All right, it's November, and I guess it's time for me to do my eBay sales for October. And how did I do? Well, let's see. All right, had 34 sales in the month of October, averaging about a sale a day, teeny bit more, 1.1, whatever. And it says that I sold $1,458.71. But I did have 2 returns. And those returns totaled, I had to give back $95.99, which means I did like $1,362.72, which in my opinion is not great. Again, I'm still falling short of my minimum $2,000 goal a month. I would like to be doing at least $3,000 a month, but I seem to be doing, on average, about half to about 2/3 of that. So, all right. I did have a few good sales, but most of my sales were under $50. But let me just get right into it, and let's see what I sold and how I did. All right. My first sale of the month is jewelry. It's a piece of Swarovski, vintage gold tone swan sign Swarovski Aurora Borealis crystal bracelet. I sold it for $25.99. Good till canceled, which means that I ran it to auction, didn't sell, probably started off at $21.99 or something like that. How long did I have it listed for? Well, I had it listed in October, the beginning of the month. So I didn't have it listed long. I probably ran the auction, didn't sell, relisted it, and the person who was watching it or thinking about it, or maybe somebody else completely, decided to buy it. No, actually, check this out. Start time October 1. Paid with PayPal October 2. So I guess it sold right away. I still think that I ran it to auction, though. But getting past that, so there it is. Gold tone swan signed Swarovski. I think what made this sell was the fact that it was swan signed again. If you say it's swan signed and it is swan signed, it'll jump out, because if you just say Swarovski, about a million things come out. But if it's actually swan sign, then it's straight up legit, made by Swarovski jewelry. All right. Nothing special to say about that other than to tell you that signed jewelry sells. All right, my second sale of the month, and I've had these a long time, and I had them listed a long time, and I waited forever for them to sell. These are the Fisher-Price Great Adventures Castle and Pirate Ship cassette lot. They were sealed and new. I bought these at the Meadowlands off of a vendor. I bought a box full of them. I don't know if I paid $1 or $2 a piece. They weren't expensive. Probably paid $2 a piece, something like that. Maybe 2 for $5. I don't even know. Anyway, I listed them. They sat. I finally started selling them, and these actually did sell. But guess what? This is one of the sales that I canceled. Why did I cancel it? Because after the sale happened, the person contacted me and said, "Oh, sorry, but the address I have in PayPal is incorrect. Could you please ship it to this address?" And I said, "No, I'm not going to do it, because what happens is, if you do any address other than the PayPal address that they provide you, then they can kind of nail you as it was not shipped to the correct address. They could say they never received it, and PayPal will sign in their favor. It's not worth it. It's not worth it." So I promptly refunded their $25.99, and I said, "Look, sorry, I'm not shipping to any address other than the PayPal. If you correct the address in PayPal, I will reship. You can buy it again, because I relisted it, and I will ship to you. No problems, right?" But they did not do that. And this is a zero feedback buyer. And yeah, look at this. I started this. It says I started this in August 06, 2018. Wow. Anyway, zero feedback buyer. Sorry, dude. I'm not falling for it. So that was a no sale. All right, sale number 3. It's the 5th. As you can see, I had a very slow start to the month. 1 return, 1 $25 sale, well, $26, and 1 now $29 sale, $28.99. Perfume. And it wasn't listed for very long. near, or the better part of a year, like 10 months. And I don't know, nothing special. It's Guerlain's good name, Shalimar. Small size, $28.99. That's probably the fair price. It wasn't even fill. Just all I can tell you is Guerlain is a good name. And that's about it on that sale. Nothing too exciting to tell you. Speaking of good names that everybody recognizes, my next sale, which was on the 6th, was Chanel. Number 5 Eau de Toilette spray in a 1.2 fluid ounce bottle. Small size. And this one was 70% fill. What did I get? I got $32.99. So that's why when you go to these sales and people go, oh, that's Chanel, I want $20 for it. Well, that's a fine price if you're going to use the product. But if you're looking for resale, don't bother. You're not going to make any money. And you're better off using your money to buy it something else. I won't pay more than $10 for those. Most times they aren't worth they don't sell for more than $30 or so. Anyway, how long did I have this listed? Not very long. July 02, 2018 months. Not even that long. All right, and that was Chanel. You think Chanel would be like a lot of money, but it's not always the case. All right, again, here's another sale that we had that was jewelry, signed jewelry. It was signed Kirk's Folly, Stars and Lights. We were able to figure out the design of this piece, and this was an Aurora Borealis crystal 17-inch choker necklace. This we put to auction, and it got 5 bids. Let's see where we started at. Okay, it sold for $59.99. The reason I laugh is because it got 5 bids. It was a 7-day auction. 5 bids, but it still sold for $59.99, the starting price. I don't know if you know what that means when you have multiple bids and the price remains the same. It means that the person who's bidding on it is getting nervous that someone else is going to bid against them, and they're raising the bids. So 5 bids, 1 bidder, basically, $59.99. Why did it sell? Kirk's Folly. We sold it for less than than others were priced because we did do an auction. And we picked this up actually at the Shoppers Bazaar, and I believe we paid $15, which means that you can go into places that sell antique type items. You can buy from other dealers and make money. You just have to know what you're buying. You have to know your market. You have to know what it sells for. But again, nothing special I can tell you about this. It was signed jewelry. All right. Again, my next sale, signed jewelry. Signed Bo Sterling. Pretty cool looking, modernist ball design. And this was an adjustable ring. $25.99. I don't know. I mean, am I satisfied with that price that it sold for? Sure. What will we sell it at the flea market? Maybe $8 to $10, like $12 on an insanely good day. How long did we have this listed for? Well, probably ran it to auction. Probably didn't sell. We listed it on October the 1st at a buy it now price, and it sold 6 days later, October 7th. Again, signed jewelry sells. This was one of the most annoying, my next sale, and aggravating sales that I had this month. And what happened? What did I sell? Well, I sold this t-shirt, this new with tags, vintage 1998 WWF t-shirt with Steve Austin and The Undertaker and Kane. It was an adult size, medium large. And I actually had this priced at $125.99. And this was a point in the month where I was having, you could see my sales on eBay. Let's see how far into the month. I don't know. This is like a third into the month. My sales had sucked, right? And I was given an offer. You know, I had this listed, buy it now, since August. And we went into auction before that. But I was given an offer. Someone offered me $70 on $125.99. I asked Marie, I said, Marie, what do you want to do? Because I'm telling you no. But she said, look, we need the money. Just say yes. So I said, fine. I said yes. And I sold it. And then the guy got it, and he tried it on. He says, yeah, it doesn't fit. I want to send it back. Now, I have no returns checked, and I was about to just go, no, screw you, forget it. I don't, no returns. But the way eBay does their messaging and stuff like that, it's very easy to accidentally accept a return. And that's what happened, because I was telling the guy, look, I need you to send pictures that it still has the tag on. So I was doing stuff like that just to slow it down, delay it. Because believe it or not, the guy who bought this from me, he resells clothes. He's a clothing reseller. So you know what? Why don't you just sell it? Why you got to send it back to me? Why you got to bother me? But like I said, it was too big on him. He didn't want it. And I accidentally said, yeah, sure, send it back, because of the way eBay's systems are. You have to really be careful not to hit that button, He sent it back, no problems. I just relisted it, whatever. But it's annoying. Every time someone makes me an offer and it's a low offer and I say yes, there's an issue. So that's why I'm like, nope, sorry, no. I got to get full price on this one. Sorry, can't help you. It's just if they're pay the full price, no question asked, then usually the sale's going to be good. But anyway, moving on. So I already talked about my 2 sales that got canceled. This was the second one. The rest all went smooth sailing. Here's something that we picked up at a yard sale, probably a couple of bucks. You know what? I think we paid $5 for it. It's a Fendi, and it's a gold tone brown stripe keyring in box, and it was made in Italy. This was a buy it now price, which either means that we knew exactly what it was worth. Marie likes to run auctions. I don't. I run auctions when I'm not sure what something's worth. But either she knew exactly what it was worth, or wasn't worth listing to auction, or she ran it to auction and didn't sell, and then she put it to auction. How long did we have it listed? October 1st. So it sold 7 days later. Maybe it was a buy it now. Maybe she knew what it was worth. Fendi. It's a name. It's a designer name. People like Fendi. Well, that's why it sold. Somebody needed the Fendi gold tone ring, key ring. Moving on. Here's an unusual item. I bought a bag full of these at a yard sale for $2. I think I had about 20 or so. And it's a Vernon Pottery miniature 1/12 scale dollhouse lidded jam jar with paperwork. $24.99. Look at it. It's smaller than a penny. $24.99. And I had a big discussion with Marie when we were listing this. She was like, oh, it's so small. I should just list it for like $15. I said, no. List it for $25. And I think we listed one for $30. Because whoever wants it will pay. Whoever needs it will pay. If you list it cheap, it'll sell cheap. If you list it for a fair price where we can make some money, then we'll make money, and the person will buy it because they need it or they want it. I screwed up on one of these. I actually meant to relist one for $30, and I talked about it last month. I listed it for $3 with free shipping, and of course I took a beating on that one. But overall, I'm going to make a ton of money on these. So why cry over the spilt milk? I got way past that. All right, this was our best sale of the month. This has been sitting on my shelf more than a year, and I didn't know what to do with it. I couldn't figure out what it was. And Marie said, oh, I'll just list it. And she did as much research as she could to try and figure out what it would sell for. And then she started out at a price of $69.99, which I wasn't really on top of her. When she listed it, I would have been like, no, list it for more. That's too cheap. I don't like taking risks when I run auction. I like playing it safe and starting it at what I think the item's worth, and then either being pleasantly surprised or just, because it goes up. I have multiple bids. Or just selling it for what I thought it was worth. Anyway, I listed this, and immediately someone contacted me and said, what you buy it now? And I'm like, every time I tell somebody to buy it now, you know what? I didn't know I thought it could be worth anywhere from hundreds to potentially $1,000. So I was like, Yeah, sorry, we don't have a buy it now on it. Because if I was serious, I would have said $1,000. You got it. Give me $1,000. I'll sell it to you right now, right? But I knew they weren't going to do it. So I said, sorry, we're not doing a buy it now on this one. I pretended, I said it's not mine. It's a consignment item. And I'm not doing a buy it now. So they immediately offered back, I'll give you $100 right now. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Because it's less than I thought it was worth at the very least. I said, yeah, sorry, we're not doing a buy it now. So he emails back again. How about 125? I said, look, if you're willing to spend 125 on it, why don't you just bid 125? Maybe you'll get it for less. We're not doing a buy it now. So guess who actually won the bid? It was the person who kept offering me buy it nows. What did he win it for? Well, you probably already saw it. $229.50. And that was with 15 bids. Do I think it could have went higher? Yes, I do. Am I happy with what it went? Yeah, I guess, I haven't been wowed lately. To be honest, if I had started it, if I had listed it, I probably would have started it off at 200 myself. So, Marie just started off at like 70 because she just didn't know. I did more research and I was like, but whatever. It's not bad. I don't believe I spent more than like $10 or $15 for it. And it was so unusual. You could see how well it was made. And the way that it opens up, there was literally nothing like it that I could find on the internet, on eBay, on WorthPoint. So that's probably why it did as well as it did. And unfortunately, it did not do better, but whatever. I'm, again, $229.50. All right, Swarovski jewelry. Swarovski, specially signed jewelry, sells. And this swan sign Swarovski crystal, it's called the Saleya seahorse pin brooch, did sell $75.99. Not bad, right? Good till canceled. We listed it on October 1st, sold October 10th. 9 days later. I can't remember if we ran it to auction. If we ran it to auction, we probably ran it for like $60, $59.99, something like that. But 7 days later, sells. Great. Why did it sell? Swarovski. It's a signed piece of jewelry. Here's something that sold that was jewelry, but it was not signed. One of the few instances that if it's not a designer piece where you can sell it. And this was a vintage boxwood Natsuki child with ring and stick hand painted necklace. It was a nice necklace, $75.99. I don't know if Marie had it to auction. It sold as a good to cancel. It was listed in March of 2017. So I guess that's more than a year it took to sell. Again, pretty nice necklace. What sold it probably was the key words boxwood and Natsuki. All right. On to the next item. Patches. I like listing patches sometimes when I get them cheap. I don't know a lot about patches just yet, but I know they can sell 20 and up if they're decent. This one only sold for $15.99. But if I took it to a flea... Actually, I think I did take it to a flea market. And I told somebody I would sell them all for this. It was way less than... It was cheap, and they passed on it. I'm like, fine, I'll just list it. And I listed it. I think I bought these down in Florida. $15.99 for a large Winchester Firearms 5x5-inch sew-on patch. I did my research. I did not run these to auction. This was my listing. When did I list it? September 11th, 2017. About a year. About, I guess 11 months because it sold on October. No, make that 1 year and 1 month this took to sell. Patches sell. They really like to ship. If you get decent patches, I've sold patches before. I don't get them a lot. They just have to be interesting. They have to be ones that people want. All right, back to jewelry. That's what I mostly sell. I list other stuff, but I mostly list perfumes. They're easy. I got a ton of them. And they're easy. They ship light. I know how to deal with them. I know how to light them. And occasionally I list other stuff. Like today, I took a couple pictures. I have a Mario Kart Wii that's mint in the box. And I took it to the flea market, and nobody asked. So screw it. I just put it on eBay. At least it'll sell, you know. But getting back to this listing, and also I took pictures of this bronze horse I picked up by this artist, Ispanky. I guess it's Ispanky. I had this since, I guess, the summer. I went down. I bought it in Florida in the summer. It's probably worth $1,000. I'm gonna put it up for $1,200 and see what happens. But you know, stuff like that. It's like everything else. You just list it and you hope it sells. But okay, I'm rambling. Vintage Venetian Murano Italian glass gold featured swirl bead necklace. Why did this sell? Vintage Venetian Murano. Those were probably the keywords. $35.99. Not even a lot. This one you can tell is vintage by the clasp and those gold tone and silver tone bar links. You see them occasionally. I don't believe they do that in new jewelry. They're usually like chrome colored or like a gold tone. You can see the beads, very, very nice, very pretty bead. If there were more beads in the necklace, we probably would ask more for it. If the colors were a little better of the beads, we probably would ask more for it. Marie was comfortable at $35.99. She probably originally listed it for like, I don't know, $30 or $32. And I usually, if stuff doesn't sell, I raise the price on it. So anyway, $35. If you can get these at a flea market for less than 10, they're a good buy. Buy them. All right, we're near the halfway point of the month, and here's another Murano necklace that I sold. This is a vintage Italian Murano multicolored glass bead necklace with gold flecks as is, and I don't believe there was real damage. I think Marie was worried that the string was going to snap. So let's see what she said. Oh, one string broke, but the necklace was still intact. Whatever. I don't know if it was a double strand or single strand. It was nice the way it was. Did sell only $25.99. Some kind of pretty nice, lovely, beautiful glass beads. And again, people like Murano jewelry. At one point, like maybe, before eBay became really popular, Murano necklaces used to go for tons of money at the flea market. Like big bucks, more than they go for on eBay. But now with so many being on eBay, prices have dropped just pretty much like a lot of other stuff. All right, here's one of those pocket knives that I got. I bought a whole box of them for like $25 or something. I don't even know. At a yard sale over a year ago. These have been listed. Marie ran, I don't know. Yeah, she ran them to auction. Didn't some sold. These have been listed since March of 2018. I had these, again, just put to the side, long time. You know, I think over a year, because I didn't buy them this past summer. I bought them like the summer before. And I just do that. I buy stuff and I go, yeah, I'll get to you. Put it to the side. I got $52.99 for this little pocket knife. You know, I guess it's like maybe 3 or 4 inches long. And someone had made me an offer on all the pocket knives and the box. And it was like $400. And at the time I added it up and I had like $800. And I said, how about 6? And they said no. So I said, okay, no problem. And I've been selling them since. So I will probably, you know, when all is said and done and every one of these sells, I'll get my 800 or so. So sometimes it's okay to wait. You know, I even sold the box. I sold the box that they came in already. That would have been part of the deal, but he didn't want it. He wanted to pay $400. So you know, his loss. All right, here's a piece of glass that I sold. When I first got this, I thought it was Fenton, but it wasn't. It was Model Flint Glass Company, and it's a blue opalescent footed cream of manila wreath and shell was the design. I got $45.99. I thought that was reasonable. I had it marked around where other people were selling theirs. And I was able to figure out the pattern, and that's what made it sell. and I just made the price right. So, what can I tell you about this? Well, if you can attribute your anything to a company or designer, it'll sell. If you just go like blue opalescent creamer, well, good luck. You're going to sell it cheap to the person who knows what it is, or you're not going to sell it at all to the person who's looking for it and can't find it because you didn't you didn't do the research, you didn't let them know what it is. You got to make it easy for the customers. You got to say, this is a model flint glass company, blue opalescent, footed creamer, manila, wreath and shell pattern picture. So when they do their search, they find it right away. All right. Moving on. As the cow said, moving on. I just made that up. Probably didn't. Vintage silver tone sign, Givenchy Art Deco style bar pin brooch. Again, it's signed jewelry, Givenchy. It's not very big, not very stunning. $21.99. And again, just because it's Givenchy doesn't mean it's worth $1 million. Would we pay $10 for this at a yard sale or flea market? I wouldn't. I guess $5 is the right price to pay for this. Just don't let the designer name fool you sometimes. It will help you sell the jewelry, but it doesn't mean that the jewelry will be worth tons of money. You also have to look at the way it's made, the quality of how it's made. All these things matter and affect. So anyway, $21.99. We start time was August the 1st, 2018. So it wasn't listed very long because it sold in October 15. On October 15. All right. So I'm halfway through the month now, October 15. Here's a nice bracelet that we sold. I don't know what we paid for it. I think I'm comfortable paying like, say, 20 to 30 for stuff like this. And we might have. I don't remember. I think we paid up on this one. It's hard to remember all the time what we pay for stuff. But we got $75.99. And it's a vintage signed TA, which dates it later than the 70s. 185 Taxco Mexico 925 sterling silver bowl cuff bracelet. It was 30.5 grams. 30.5 grams is, I think it's almost an ounce. So sterling-wise, weight would have been worth, I don't know, less than 15, I guess, with the way silver is scrapping now. All right, Taxco, people like it, and also we put the name of the design in. You know, the ball cuff bracelet. That helped it sell. Start time, October 1st. Sell time, October 15th. So, a couple of weeks. Not bad. I don't remember if we ran it to auction. If we did run it to auction, we probably would have started off at like $50 to $60. All right, here's a lot of 6 vintage Scottish lead toy soldiers. Got drummer in there. Got a guy with bagpipes. And some guys holding guns. I remember this lot because somebody messaged me and said, hey, I don't need all those other guys. I just want the bagpipe dude. You know, would you sell it separately? And I said, no, don't bother me like that. Because you know what that means? That means you think you're going to get it for like, I don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into 40. 24, 48. It's like 7, right? So in his mind, he's probably going to get it for like $7 to $10 because, you know, just 6 times 7 is $42. So a fair offer. If I just want that one, would be $7. I'll just take that one, and you could ship it for free. That would be fine with me, and you can make your money on the other ones, right? But no, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because it's extra work for me. It's extra work for me. Why do you think I'm going to take less, pull something out, and then reshoot everything, rewrite my description to make a few dollars? Just you're out of your mind. When people do that to me, I want to tell them they're out of their minds. But I usually don't because I'm a nice guy. I'm polite. Anyway, it did sell. And you know what? Here's an idea. If you want one thing from a lot, buy the whole lot, take what you want, and then relist the lot, whether as a lot or separately, and get your money back and leave me alone, you know? But anyway, $40. How long did I have this listed for? Well, you know what? I don't know if I had it listed very long, but I know that I had it in my showcase for months. June 22nd, 2018. I know I bought it at a yard sale, probably during the summer. I know I had it in my showcase for a while, and it didn't sell. I tried, you know, I didn't want to do the work, so I got $40 for it. That's fine, and that averages out to like 6 and change a soldier. Some of them sell for good money, but most of them don't sell for a lot. Here's a little Fenton, and it's a glass, white opal, iridescent sitting cat, hand painted, signed A. Farley. And it's numbered C5165-5R. $45.99. What would I get for this at a flea market? Between $5 and $10. What would I get this for what would I get for this in my showcase? Well, I had it priced at $25 or $20, don't remember, and it didn't sell, so basically nothing. I get these occasionally. I don't like to pay more than $8 or so because the price varies on them. Could be anywhere from like 20 and up, usually on eBay. When I get these, I think I will just put them on eBay. To me, they're the same set as a perfume. Easy to list. And shipping, I can generally, the ones this small will probably ship first class. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Whenever I see them, I'll just put them on eBay from now on. They're certainly not worth taking to the flea market. And I think I'll put other stuff in my showcase. All right. Why did this sell? It's Fenton. People like it. It's signed by a certain artist. This is a later piece of Fenton. And not only the antique Fenton sells, not only the early Fenton sells, they like the hand-painted stuff. It sells well. And to be honest, it's nice, you know. I could see people collecting this stuff and, you know, maybe even buy artists. All right. This is a white with pink carnations, vintage, guilloche, enamel, brass, powder, compact. Why did this sell? Because it's nice. It's pretty. What helped it sell? Well, if you collect compacts, that helped. But I would say the keywords guilloche and enamel helped it sell. $25.99, not even a lot of money. And this thing was like, well, the insides were like new. Might have had a little nick on the edge or something like that. And the back had some wear to the brassy patina. What can I tell you about this item that sold? Nothing really. It's just it's compacts, and people like anything that's guilloche and enamel can sell. People like it. People like enamel a lot. What should you pay for stuff like that? Well, it looks like you shouldn't pay more than $8 because it only sold for $25. All right, here's a good sale we had. And I believe we paid barely anything for this. I think when we bought it, Marie recognized it as Tiffany & Company by the way it was signed. And the person selling it didn't realize that it was. So we probably paid almost nothing for it. All right, let's see. We started the auction out at $125.99. It sold for $130.50 with 4 bids. We kind of started the auction out at the right price. And we're surprised that it even got any bids. And you see the price range, it went up $5 whole. But whatever. Not bad, right? Tiffany & Company sterling silver 925 Chain of Stars bracelet. It was an auction. We ran it for 5 whole days. And why did it sell? Because it's Tiffany. It's Tiffany jewelry. Did it sell for more than it was worth? Nah. It sold for about what we thought it was going to sell for. All right, here's, again, more signed jewelry. Hey, have you ever heard me say that signed jewelry sells? Well, if I haven't, and I already know I did, signed jewelry sells. Something I don't have to say. Just everybody should know this. Signed Eddie Borgo gold-plated cone bracelet, 7 inches, $40, 1 bid, $39.99. It was an auction 5 days. Kind of neat, kind of cool. Could it have gone for more if we put it by it now? Put it in the store by now? Yeah, a little bit. Were we happy with what it sold for? Yes, we didn't pay that much for it. $40, sold, signed jewelry sells. All right, so we're about 2/3 into the month. Approaching the end of the month, actually. 10/23rd, my next sale. Let me guess what's sold and why it's sold. Signed jewelry. But this is actually Avon jewelry. Vintage signed Avon Gold Tone Tribal Mask Pin and Earring Lot. We researched and found this. We felt it would sell $25 to about $30. It was a good till canceled, so I guess she did $25.99. Avon. You know what? This is actually a pretty cool looking piece of jewelry. Normally, most Avon is junk. It's cheaply made. This one looked cool, and it sold for $25.99. Signed jewelry sells. And moving on. Here's a game I sold. I don't really list games anymore. I just give them to my daughter. I let her list them. Because most games don't sell for a lot of money. Most games sell for like little money, less than $10. And then the other ones that sell in the $12 or $15 range. So I just give stuff to my daughter. I say, here, you list it. You make some money. But anyway, I listed this game. Good God. July 7th, 2009. Almost 10 years ago. You can see when I stopped listing games on eBay, I was like, you know what? Screw this crap. It's not worth it. $14.99 with $4 shipping. It only took 10 years for me to sell this for $18.99. Whatever. Could I have sold it at the flea market? No. They're not going to buy it from me. I don't even know where I could sell that at the flea market. So it's on eBay. In this day and age, though, if I had gotten that piece of if I had gotten this game, I'd be like, here you go, Days. I tested it. It's good. Just list it. You'll get like maybe $18 for it. 10 years. I don't like having stuff listed for 10 years. I'm okay with stuff being listed for year, 2 year, 2 years. But, when it's listed 10 years, I mean, I have to look for it. I have to dust it off. I have to make sure I still have it. Then, stuff deteriorates after 10 years. I don't know. All right. Jewelry. We sold more jewelry. Vintage triple strand black Aurora Borealis faceted crystal necklace with, and it's made in West Germany. $24.99. I don't think that's a lot. But Marie was happy with it. And there's an interesting story behind this piece. Here it is. We shipped out the wrong necklace. Marie gave it to me. I packed it. I didn't check. I don't really double check Marie. She's usually pretty good. Usually I always double check myself because I'm a screw up. But she gave it to me. I packed it. I shipped it out. And it's funny. I even said, oh, this one has earrings. But she didn't catch it. But I packed it. I shipped it out. The person got it and they said, hey, you sent me the wrong necklace. I said, this isn't what I bought. I bought a triple strand because we sent her a double strand with earrings. And I'm like, And I said, Marie, did we send him the wrong necklace? Blah, 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 blah. And I did check and I was like, yep, we screwed up. So I ended the other listing and I said to the lady, look, I'm going to send out the right necklace. And for your troubles, because of our screw up, you can keep the one that we sent out. Because the one that we sent out was like a $30 necklace. It wasn't really a big deal. But basically, the lady got like $55 worth of necklaces from us. I don't know what we paid for the two. Say we paid $15 for the two, And shipping on both, say $8. That's $23. So probably we broke even, is what I'm hoping. Maybe made a couple of dollars on it. Doesn't matter. It was our screw up. When it's our screw up, if it was a very valuable necklace, I would have been like, please send it back, But if it's my screw up, it's my screw up. Then what am I going to do, And I'm not going to make the lady jump through hoops for a $20 necklace. It's not worth it. And I don't even know if she left me feedback. I don't think I have any negs. Let me just check. Let me just check if I got a neg or like a neutral or anything. Nah, I'm good. So, and I was nice to her. She was like really happy. All right, my next sale. All right, we sold a vintage Chinese silver filigree green jade adjustable ring. This is a nice old one. $36 with 3 bids. What do we start it off at? $29.99, so $6 jump in bids. Do I think we sold this one low? I don't know, maybe. Do I think we could have got more? I don't know, maybe. But whatever. I'm sure Marie didn't pay more than like $8 or so for it, you know. I don't remember when she bought it. It was an auction, took 5 days. What helped it sell? Well, we put some nice pictures up. Probably the fact, you know, the only word in here that would jump out in my mind would be the green jade and then the word adjustable as in ring. I think adjustable rings are just an older style. People don't really buy adjustable rings, or I don't know if they make them anymore. You know, they're all fitted. So probably that. Probably adjustable. Green jade adjustable ring. Probably dated it. And then someone just liked it. So, you know, $36. Not bad. And it costs almost nothing to ship. You know, like $4. Stuff like that. Well, you know what? First class shipping now is probably like $3.50, $3.75. So I'm going to say it costs around $3 to $4 to ship. So that's not too bad. All right. What did I say about signed jewelry selling? Signed jewelry sells. And again, signed Wild Bird Gold Tone 24-inch cat necklace with pierced earrings lot. $28.99. Marie bought this and thought it was really cool. I don't know if she even took it out. She ran it to... Nope, good till canceled. So I don't know why she didn't take it out. She probably could have sold it for like $12 to $15. And that would have... In my mind, if you can sell something like this for like $15, I wouldn't have auctioned it. Maybe she thought, no, I guess she didn't think it was going to go for more. She priced it at $28.99. Whatever. $28.99. Why did it sell? It was signed. Wild Bird. Besides the fact that it was cool. All right, moving on. I think I'm getting near the end of it. I think I'm almost done. You know, I don't think I taught you much this month. All I taught you is signed jewelry sells. You know, I do list other stuff on eBay. But I predominantly, again, I list jewelry, Marie lists... no, I'm sorry. Marie lists jewelry, I list perfumes. And then I list rando stuff. And rando, I mean random. Shiseido Energizing Fragrance Eau Aromatique Natural Spray. 1.6 ounces, 50 milliliters, 85% full. $32.99. I think I sold this in one day. List start time October 2. Nah, October 28th. Took almost a month. What can I tell you? I don't know, nothing. Somebody wanted the Shiseido Energizing Fragrance. When I bought it, did I know what it was, if it was going to be good or what it would be worth? Nope. I don't think I'd pay more than like $5 for it, and I probably didn't. Next sale. Vintage coral tulip and mother of pearl pineapple bead choker length necklace. $25.99. I don't know. I guess coral helped it sell. I guess tulip and pineapple bead helped it sell. Well, how does something like this even sell? I don't know. I don't know how people find stuff like this sometimes. They just randomly found it. I know she put it to auction, and I know it didn't sell. And then she put it to buy it now. Start time October 24th, and it sold 4 days later. Nice. All right, let's see. What's next? All right, a vintage flapper length deep purple faceted glass bead necklace, hand knotted beads, $34.99. Was this an auction? Nah, good to cancel. Maybe some of the beads had chips. I don't know why she ran it so cheap. You know, I probably had to. It was probably heavier than 13 ounces, so I probably had to ship it priority, which means I probably paid at least $8 to ship it. What were the keywords in this listing that made it sell? Well, I'm going to say maybe the color purple, which was a Whoopi Goldberg movie. Maybe the fact that it was the color purple, starring Whoopi Goldberg. No, what I think is made it sell was flapper length, which kind of denotes it being from the 1920s. And you could see how long this thing was. She even triple strung it, and it wasn't even a choker at that length. Anyway, nice necklace, nice speeds, $34.99, fine. What would we have gotten at the flea market for it? I don't know, maybe $20. She probably had it out and it didn't sell. Yeah, so she probably listed it. All right, we're almost done. Another perfume, Jean Petito, which can be a good name. Jean Petito perfumes can sell from like $30, $25, up to hundreds. I've had some sell for like big money. But here it is, Eau de Joy, Eau de Parfum Splash, 1 fluid ounce. Wasn't full, 65% full. I still got $30 for it, not bad. Missing the top of the box. And the bottom of the box is beat up. $30, not bad. Jean Petito. Trying to remember that name. Usually Jean Petito perfumes are good. And that's all I can tell you about that. All right, here we are. This is it. The end. The grand finale. My last sale of the month. On the last day of the month. October 31st. $32.99. What sold? Hey, did I tell you that signed jewelry sells? Brighton Silvertone Daisy Butterfly Pendant, 16 to 18 inch, I guess it was adjustable necklace. Kind of nice looking, right? $32.99. Did it sell at auction? Nope, good to cancel, which means we ran it to auction and it didn't sell. Marie probably figured out the price, thought this was fair, $32.99. What would she pay for this? I don't know, maybe $10. You know, it's hard to say sometimes. So that's it. That's it, everybody. Again, another mediocre, falling short month for me. How's November going? Starting off slow. How many sales do I have? Let me check. Let me see what my grand total for November is so far. Well, I'm 7 days into November. 7 days. A full week. And I've had 3 sales. Were they good sales? Pretty good so far. Grand total, $227.97. 3 sales. One of the sales was for $124.99. Something we got for free, for being helpful. But 7 days, 3 sales. That's a half sale a day. It's even less. Which, again, come on, eBay, step up. Because 7 days, all right, there's 4 weeks in the month. If I average $227, and I don't know if I said 4 weeks, 4 days, but that brings me at 1,000. Come on, we're coming into the holiday season, eBay. Come on. Anyway, so that was my last month's sales. Hopefully there were a few things in there that you thought were surprising sales, or things that you thought were unusual, things that you would have like never bought. When it comes to jewelry, go with what's signed or go with what's quality, you know. When it comes to perfumes, there's names that you need to remember and to buy, and there's names that you need to remember not to buy. My advice with perfumes is try to steer clear of new, because those are the ones you'll have more problems with. You'll always do better with vintage. With new, people might claim they're fake reproductions. With vintage, especially discontinued, they'll always be worth more to the person who wants to buy it. And then with everything else, you know, it's a crapshoot. Anyway, I guess that's it. I'm out of here. So far, like I said, this month started off weak. Hopefully it'll pick up. We shall see. Thanks again for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out my other YouTube channel. It's kind of my fun YouTube channel right now, Scummy Resellers. And again, I am out of here. Goodbye.